Matty Harris, Fight Week is here. The Magic Man is back. You look good in the ring. Thunderous shots in there. How you doing?
Of course. I'm feeling really good. What a platform, what a stage to be on. As I said, it's my 5th fight now. Gone from strength to strength. I've got a string of first round knockouts now, and I'm looking to add to that. Just coming off the back of the Eubank Smith show in front of a sold out arena, Sky Sports pay-per-view. Now coming over to Channel 5. It's 10 o'clock, prime time, opening up the show in front of a massive audience, and I'm going to have to give them something to remember.
Certainly seeing the digits on Channel 5 at the moment. Talk to me a little bit about this first round knockout streak, because partly you love it, you're a heavyweight, you don't get paid for overtime. You and Tyson Fury sat next to each other and said that last time. But at the same time, I sense there's a little bit of frustration because you want to showcase.
Of course. To be honest, I don't go in there looking for it. It comes when I'm relaxed. I just go in there and enjoy myself. And I'm quite, at the minute, I'm just working on different things. I'm trying different things out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. I'm that early on, I'm that young in my career as a heavyweight, I can afford to do that. So I just go in there and I learn from every show, even if as the last one, as I said, even if it doesn't get out the first round, I'm still learning something and I'm still getting the whole experience of the fight week. And to have this quick of a turnaround as well is brilliant for me. I feel relaxed, I feel ready to go.
We all know what's going on at the top of the heavyweight division, and there's storylines, some drama, etc., etc. But at your level, there is a whole host of activity. Now, you're moving away from this debut fight novice. You're in this mix now of fighters that people want to see you in there with, and there's other fighters. You know who I'm talking about. You know that all the media outlets are going to ask you about them. You and I speak quite a lot off air. You're very calm. You never want to call people out, but what do you think about these other fighters that are around your level? Are you happy to be linked with them? Maybe we see you in there with some of those?
What other names are you talking about?
The likes of Fraser Clark.
The likes of, or Fraser Clark?
Okay, Fraser Clark, Johnny Fisher, Solomon Dakers, who I know you know well. This kind of level of fighter.
I feel good about it. Listen, I'm here to take the. What's the point in being here if I'm not going to be in those kind of fights? And I believe I'm for where I'm at now, I'm past that level. We'll get there, and I'll get a chance to prove it as time goes on. But right now, I'm just focused on Friday night and getting that job done before we start. Of course, I have one eye on the future and one eye on these bigger fights. To be honest, these are the fights that I'm looking forward to being a part of, to having those kind of interactions, the back and forth as well, because you don't really get a chance to have it at this level. So I am actually quite looking forward to building them rivalries and the animosity and everything that comes with it, and putting on some good nights.
What would be your dream scenario for this Friday? Another blistering first round knockout, or maybe a couple more rounds in the bank before stoppage? Tell me about your ideal scenario, the game plan for this Friday.
I don't really go in there with much of a game plan. Honestly, I don't need it. You can kind of know everything you need to know about a fighter in the first 10, 20 seconds. And then you just go ahead and work off that and build from there. So I'm looking to go in there and put on a good performance. That's what's most important. And of course, that means by getting a good knockout. That's what, especially this is on terrestrial TV, this is what the general public want to see. They want to see knockouts. So I've got to go in there, regardless, they don't want to see me dance around. I'm a heavyweight. They want to see the heavyweights go in there and knock each other out. I'm not going to go in there and dance around. I'm going to go in there and get to it like I normally do.
Does it add any pressure to you that you see these viewing figure numbers? I think it was 1.5 million for Lyndon last week, 1.8 million last time Harlan was out towards the end of last year. You're sort of talking anywhere between 1.5 and 2 million viewers there. It's big digits. Does it play in your head at all that that's going on?
Chris, do you ever see me? Do you ever see me look like I'm feeling the pressure?
Apart from when we play mini golf, no.
Yeah, and I smashed you to bits at that as well, mate. So,
but seriously, does it ever play in your mind?
No, this is my job. It's what comes with the territory. You know what I mean? It's part of the job. If I couldn't do it, I wouldn't be here. This is what I'm bred to do. This is what I love doing. I like putting on them big performances in front of the big crowds. The bigger the stage, the brighter the lights, the bigger the performance. That's just the way I'm built. I don't shy away from big performances. I don't shy away from the bright lights, and especially not from the viewing figures. It's an amazing opportunity I feel genuinely blessed that I'm in a position that Wasserman have put me in to be able to open up the show live on Channel 5 on Friday night at 10 p.m.
Brilliant work plugging. You've done my job for me. Talk to me just a little bit then, finally, Matty, about the Wasserman project, the Wasserman boxing project, because you are fighting on the same card as Harlem, who obviously you signed around the same time, may even be the same week if memory serves. You know, you're getting familiar with those other fighters that were there, like Chloe Watson, who was out last week. But at the same time, you're seeing some of the best European talent, international talent coming over. We've got Abbas Barao, Sophie Alice this week. Last week it was Dennis Radovan, Katharina Thanders, Oliver Zarin. This is the Sauerland/Wasserman project now in sort of full swing. How does it feel to be not just a part of it, but a pretty big one as well?
Yeah, first of all, congratulations to all the fighters that did their thing last week. I did watch. It was I stayed right till the very end. It was a good show. Chloe was on last, wasn't she? She put in a good performance. So congrats to her, Lyndon, and I forgot
the Conor Walker guy,
and Conor Walker. That was it. That boxed. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to watching a brass box. I've seen bits of him. I've seen Harlem box before. I know what it's about. I've seen him box a couple of times now. Great fighter, and obviously he's looking to build himself up and put himself in them beyond. Is he past British level or is he at that level?
Harlem, yeah. I think if he wins this fight, you've got to be looking at British level now.
Yeah. Anyway, didn't he knocked out that guy back at York Hall?
Yes. Well, Tom Farrell. The last fight, that wasn't a knockout, but it was a big win. And Harlem's
The knockout was at the Indigo.
Correct. That was against Sean Dodd, and then in Newcastle when he had to overcome adversity. If you remember, there was the knockdowns that were ruled illegal and lost points.
Yeah, he was hitting him on the break. Yeah.
So Harlem's come through adversity. He's growing as well. I guess you could say you want the same. You want to maybe not go down, but you want to be tested in those fights.
Yeah, obviously I'm not trying to go down. But yeah, of course I want to be tested. What's the point in doing this? You know what I mean? I want to get in there and put on good performances. Right now, this early on in my career, is going in there and getting people out of there. But there will come times in the hopefully distant,
not too distant.
yeah, not too distant future, where I am going to be tested, and I will be ready for it. And because that's a real litmus test for heavyweights, because a lot of heavyweights haven't got any heart. They've always been the big guys, so they've never actually had to. They've always been stronger than everyone else, especially in their gyms coming through. Do you know what I mean? So they've never actually had to fight. A lot of heavyweights don't. You see it. A lot of them don't have heart. But so I want to show everyone what I'm about. I want to be in those kind of fights where I am tested and come through the other side of them.
Talking about what you're about, what's going on at the top of the division? We don't need to go into that now. That's a conversation all in itself. But you look at a couple of Tyson Fury's last opponents, and they've brought you in for training. Boxers obviously bring fighters in when they're looking to replicate the style. Derek Chisora brought you in, Dillian White brought you in for sparring to get that Tyson Fury style. Is that the kind of style that are you laying out the Tyson Fury? Are you following that style? Is there comparisons there to be made?
Well, we're both big men. I move quite a bit. He's naturally a mover. We both, and some of that does come from. We both come from the same base style, if that makes sense. Yeah. His kind of basis for his footwork and movement was from his uncle Peter, that was a derivative of the Ingalls gym. My coach trains the same way. Make sense? So he trains the same way, another branch of the Ingalls kind of footwork. Plus, I did a bit of work when I was sparring with Huey up there. So you kind of just what you pick up and what works. And it's a style that works for me. Maybe in terms of, and he's actually become a lot more of a puncher now as well, Fury. Yeah, so yeah. But there's not many people 6'9", 19 stone heavyweights don't grow on trees. Do you know what I mean? So Well, as I say, that's probably why we get brought in for sparring. There's not many of us around, especially ones that can move. Most bigger heavyweights are all stiff. So, yeah, we're decent. I'm not going to be disrespectful and say that we're the same. We're nowhere near. As in, look what he's done. I'm at the start of my career. I still got a lot to prove, but hopefully that's the kind of level we're getting to.
Absolutely, and it seems you've struck up a little bit of a friendship as well. You've seen him at the Nathan Gorman show in Liverpool a few months ago, and then he was in your dressing room before the last fight night. Who knows where it goes? Just finally, Matty, give us one final plug. You did it so well a moment ago. Where do we watch you next?
Live and exclusive. It's not exclusive actually because it's on DAZN as well.
Outside of the UK?
Outside of the UK. Channel 5, 10 p.m, Friday night. Be there, be square. Make sure you're tuned in. I'm going to put on a big performance.
We'll clip it. Matty Harris, thank you very much.
Thank you.